Hello and good morning. I don't see my captions. This is a little concerning. Caption audio. There we go. Testing, testing, testing. One, two, three. Okay, captions are enabled. Know what helps when I also change my audio to because I can't hear anything. So keep staying connected. Chat. Not like that. Audio should be going out to the stream. Go. Hey Web. Okay, good. I always keep having issues when I swap sources. And I'm on OBS today, so I'm just doing a little background work while the stream is up. I need to tweet that I'm live. Because it helps when I actually say what I'm doing. But hello, Web. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you were here the other day when I tried to switch from Cult of the Lamb to... Oh, no, I don't use Twitch Studio. Twitch Studio is great if you're starting to stream, but it does not have the functionality I need at this point. Like, the scene switching, the audio control, it does not have it. I was going to do a tweet, and I need to do it from my phone. Because, the picture I want to use... I mean, by the time they brought that out, I was way past it. And that's not like I'm such a big streamer. It's this is great if you're starting and don't know if you actually want to stream. Oh, am I not signed into my bot? Y'all, even my bot is acting up today. So I'm going to switch to the scene with the painting set up. Because apparently, oh, Panda, you're up now? Apparently my bot has decided to not act right. Well, I mean, I do a panel about this when I can, called Streaming 101. And I'm actually going to do a panel about this at TwitchCon, about streaming, whether it's a hobby or career for you. Because so many people get into streaming and think that it's easy or it's easy money. Panda, who started streaming during the pandemic, I'm sure can chime in on that. Nothing is logged in, y'all. Streamlabs said all your shit's gonna not work today. Everything said no. I'm trying to be goofy in my tweet, but let's see. Let's set a timer for how long till someone goes, "You're not getting in over your head. You can do this." And I'm like, I was being self-deprecating. Excuse me. It must be. I'm having issues getting screen grab in my console. What do you mean? Are you using a capture card? I'm not sure what you mean. Nothing is logged in today. Like, everything said no thank you. And this worked literally the other day. There we go. Now we're connected. But OBS was fine. That's the only thing that started with no problem. Knock on wood. Oh, you mean trying to watch on a stream on your console? Because if you want to stream from a console, you need to have a capture card. Controller mystery solved. I was gonna say, didn't I just give you that controller? I had meant to switch to that scene yet, but since I had to connect to everything, damn. I was gonna leave soon up. I need to take a picture of the stuff Steamforged gave me, so now I can move off my desk. Also, this is the most bitter coffee, y'all. This coffee says AM medium blend. That was a lie. Alright, let me get the thing I'm actually painting, but I can still chat with y'all while I wander around my apartment. Hopefully I don't lose the audio while I go into the dining room and get a... That's weird. Because the dining room's not that far. Y'all, this coffee is bitter as fuck. And it's perfect for me. Also, is the sunlight too bright? Because if it is, I can pull the shade down a little bit. Because I was hoping for natural light today versus the artificial light, which actually gets kind of warm. Let's see, I just need water, my phone, and coffee, and we're good to switch to actually start painting. Hey, Polar Bear. Hey, Hoodlum. It is? Okay. Let me pull this down. I was hoping for natural light, but if it's too bright, it's too bright. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Then I gotta replug in this light, because I also managed to unplug the light while I was trying to rearrange my desk. Getting water into my water cup. I'm like upright. Oh no, it was just me. I was in the bathroom. Sorry, y'all. There we go. Water, phone. Get the stream up on my phone. Mute it. I can see chat. There we go. Now I can see chat. Yay. All right. Should I drink this bitter ass coffee or just get some water? Because, oh my god, it's like so bitter. Hey, Furwick. Oh, the controller you got. Okay. I thought you meant the pink controller I gave you. Because I was very confused for a minute. Who sent it? It's bitter, Furwick, and it's supposed to be like morning mild blend. That was a lie. No, I would have forewarned you. And I probably would have had to ask for your address again because I think I've shredded anything I got from the shop. Because Eric is one of those people that rips addresses off of boxes before we take them out. I guess, Furwick, it's Caribou Coffee. They actually sell their coffee in Target. So when I did a grocery order, when I realized I had COVID, I knew I was gonna run out of coffee. So I got like this Caribou Coffee morning blend. Alright, let's see if I can also use some of this camera. Because the camera seems real. Fuzzy. Properties. Okay, configure. No. Okay, the brightness. There we go. It's not so bright. White balance is okay. Focus is 100. Zoom is 100. Exposure's -5. There we go. It's still fuzzier than I'd like, but it's as wide as it'll go. How is this resolution? A really weird resolution too. Oh, did it? Alright, sorry, I'm just making sure I got everything before I moved the chair. Once I sit in that chair. Sorry. Apparently I still like to cough. Turn this down. That was the last thing I was gonna do. Alright. I've got my bitter coffee. I'm gonna grab actual drinking water as well. Oh, this is almost empty. Not me having nearly. Oh, my water's almost empty. BRB, because my water sure is almost gone. So that would have been a problem. Let me get a fresh bottle of water, and then for real, we're gonna paint. All right, I have water that I'm not going to accidentally drink or dip my paint in. Eh. All right, for real. So the one thing I have not been able to find um, is a picture of the Stormbird from top down. And is this lighting okay since I pulled the shade back down? Here, Fiki. I'm also don't need the stand anytime soon. We can go right there. Y'all, this is going to be a challenge. So the Stormbird comes in 4 parts. I'm actually going to try to plug this light in. It's weird. The natural daylight was too much. And now it's just this side of dim without a light on. This is weird. Panda, do you ever experience that when you are painting? Oh, I've really got to dig to reach the plug. There we go. Now I can turn on the fucking light. Hey, Grizzly Jello. Alright, there we go. Now I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. You know, the other thing I forgot was a list of paint. I don't know if I could do a headlamp, mainly because I'm just prone to migraines. Hey, they're your furry jerks, though. So, instead of trying to agonize with a fine tip brush, I'm going to use an acrylic paint pen for these lines. Let's see how I do, because I feel like I'm going to fuck this up no matter what I do. I was gonna text Pirate, but it's a little early. Okay. So while I painstakingly fill this part in, part of the paper I laid this on to prime it got stuck. Nav it. Um, how is everyone doing? How is your day so far? I know it's early for a lot of us, but Berwick, it is very much the end of your day, correct? That's not bad. I thought I would fuck that up. God, gonna be that kind of a morning, I see. Oh, it makes perfect sense. That's been me a lot of this week with COVID, where either I'm exhausted and must go to sleep right now, or I'm just gonna lay here and hope I sleep. That life water was like, you getting this water, both internally and externally. That if only I could sleep still. It's a question in the chat. Has anyone played Horizon Zero Dawn, the video game? So this is going to be a strange ask. But does anyone have screenshots of the Stormbird from top down? I was looking for a reference, and I could not find a reference shot of this thing from top down anywhere. And I don't know if, like, I even went to the official wiki and could not find anything. Ah. I finished the main game, the first game, but any screenshots I had are lost. Because my original playthrough, I was on my original PS4. And that long since gone to someone else. I've looked, War Master. When I say I looked, I spent like an hour just Googling. I went on ArtStation, I went on the wiki, I looked up concept art. I could not find a single good shot of the Warbird just from the top. Billion shots of it, like from the undercarriage, which is where that ref shot came from. And I tried all the search terms like Stormbird concept, 3D model. There are people who've already 3D modeled this. Yeah, when I say I looked, I already looked. I ain't find it. I even had a hard time with this photo that and Painting Pirates sent me that one because he's painted this one already. And so he lent me or sent me that one. I know that the lines are in black, and that's all I really know about this part of the Stormbird. I know what the under part of the wing is supposed to look like, as y'all can see by the reference shot. Hey Evan, how are you? I'm using a paint pen on these lines. I could never do this well with a brush. And I'm sure I'll have to go back over it at some point as I figure out what the fuck to do with the top of the wings. How are you, Evan? Evan, I don't know if you saw, but I will not be back over your way this fall, unfortunately. Unless something else brings me over there. What have you been playing and streaming lately, Evan? Also, for anyone in the chat who streams, what have you been playing a lot of, doing a lot of? Was not steady for that. Oh, thank you. I had no idea how that was going to go. I was not as prepared as I wanted to be. Because let me tell you all, the COVID brain fog they warn you about is real. I had a couple days where I could just not put words together. I was not as prepared as I wanted to be. And I also didn't expect them to try to murder people in the first 5 minutes. So, yeah. Oh, have you had it, Evan? Yeah, I know Pirate has had it. That was the worst part, was that kind of being unable to think. And I was just like, I guess that's what we're doing. Sure. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I need an actual. Wait, I do have an actual picture of Stormbird. What am I saying? There is a full color image on the front of the Sorry, I stopped myself mid-sentence because I can't remember what I did with the insert from the game that has a full color picture of the Stormbird that I literally had before I started stream. Flower crown. Oh, the one that I set aside and like would have bit me if it was a snake. So, this is the insert for the Stormbird board game. Well, see, I was confused because I thought all of this blue, I didn't realize that was lightning it was calling. So, I wish I had a way to show. Actually, here's a better. The first image in it is actually a pretty good reference. Oh yeah, I need to do those. Yeah, Steamforged does the board game, and they've come out with expansions. The board game is heavy. It's got like 1 billion minis in it. And that and the copy of Haunted West was probably the heaviest thing I brought back from Gen Con. Evan, I think you'd like Gen Con, but it'd be such a hassle to attend. And not a hassle in a bad way, just you would have to arrive like so early to get used to the jet lag and everything. Well, thank you for your resub. I appreciate it. Although the Steamforged guys are actually in the UK. Thank you for your resub. I don't know, is the sub goal still on the screen? Well, I mean, the people that work it came because one of the guys from Steamforged actually, I think he arrived. Oh fuck! I moved that right as I was trying to move the. I think he got there Monday. That's how early he arrived. Because if you're putting up a booth, a lot of people get there Monday. I think he had to get there Monday anyway. You know, and of course, with having to do immigration and everything else, he was there, I think, like a week or more. Hey, Ogie. Ogie, is it a long A? Is it like Aneen or Aneen? I always meant to ask, and then I never do. And Kiota. I don't know why I'm painting this part. I think the edges are all black or dark gray. Long A, okay. Alright. So those edges are in. Alright, here we go, y'all. So the picture, this picture makes it look like the its muscles, for lack of a better word. It looks to be like a bright brass or copper. And I wasn't sure if this pearlescent copper or this bright bronze was the right one. Because the only problem with the Artesas, they are very thick. Hey Brian, yes, it's a Stormbird. I don't know if you ever played Horizon Zero Dawn, but it will be a very large figure once I'm done. But luckily it's in 4 pieces and they all fit together easily. So I've got like a copper and I've got a bronze and I do have a copper as well. Nope, that's gold. That's gold. That's not what I wanted. That tin looks kind of coppery, but it's not. Actually, I may have to use the copper because I thought I had a copper in the other brands, but I do not. Good job, me. Oh well, I guess copper it is. Cause I have like this raw sienna, but that's not the same. And this is just straight up gold. But yeah, Brian, it is a hefty mini. And this one I'm gonna actually dilute a little bit because the Artesas are very thick and not in the fun way. And this is gonna be several streams. I don't think I keep wanting to call Chris or dagnabbit. Pirate. I want to call Pirate's actual name and I try not to, but I just did it. I don't think Pirate has finished his actually. Because when I pinged him about it, he was like, I still got like 50% left. They are Valentine, yes. The Artesas are acrylic. It should actually, it says right on there, acrylic colors. But they're much thicker than the other ones I have because they are meant for minis. So the other small dropper bottles are like from a mini shop, a game shop. These are from like an art store. So it's not quote unquote meant for mini painting, but I use them. But I'm gonna dilute that. The one thing I don't have is more paper towels. I use a mix of Arteza, Vallejo, and Citadel paints. And Turbo Dorks. And Turbo Dork very kindly sent me the most current range, which I'm actually going to grab on my way back from the kitchen. Because I need paper towels, because that's the one thing I didn't get. So entertain yourselves. I'm going to leave my headset so you don't lose music, and I'll be right back. Hello. Whomst Among Us has started a stream and then 5 minutes later went, shit, I forgot something. The charity game was fun, I hope. Like I said, I did not expect attempted murder 5 minutes into the game. Oh, here's the one I was looking for. This bright bronze. That's what I was looking for. Which is almost the same, but it's thinner. Speak of the devil. There's a pirate. Hello. How are you? Yep. Because, well, I also had the nothing's authenticated moment today. I had to re-authenticate. Oh, nothing. I was just talking about you in this model that you'd already painted this one. And we were talking about like the colorway on it, and when I had pinged you, you were like, I haven't actually finished painting it. And I do have the wet palette, but this one's going to take a lot of paint, so. Well, that too. You, Panda, and Zero are my go-tos for mini painting tips. I feel that very much. I know that feeling. What is out of sight? I know that feel very well. Hey, Adina. Alright, we're gonna start. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. And the reference picture that's on screen is the one you sent me, so. I think the body's gonna be the biggest challenge. I think I actually am gonna have to put like my iPad on the desk so I can have a big image right in front of me. Yay, rain. Because it's been a drought over yonder, yeah? I'm looking at this like hex pattern on the wings. There's no way I could do that. I have no idea how I could actually ever replicate that. So, so yeah. And this is going to be a multi-stream project. Oh, I couldn't freehand that. The lines that are on the wing that you see that I'm not working on, I did use an acrylic paint pen. Because I could never get those lines with I could never get those lines with a paintbrush. Because my hands tremble a little too much. Yeah, I'm pretty steady-handed, but when it comes to the fine details, my hands do not like it. Yeah, I was reading articles about the current drought in the UK. Um, I hope that the rain helps A, cool off, and B, doesn't cause flooding. There's an article I kept seeing was showing how land that's dried up because of a drought actually won't hold water, which I had no clue about. I mean, why would I know this? I'm not a farmer and I'm not a scientist, but it seems like a basic fact I should know. And now that I thinned out the Arteza, it's going to take a couple layers, which I'd rather have a couple layers than uh than it to be laid on too thick. So what are you working on lately, Pirate? Are you still doing a paint a day? Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I wish people better understood that farms are kind of vital and that your food comes from somewhere. But how's everyone holding up? How are you doing? It feels like 2022 is the year that's trying to do all of us in. wasn't already 2020. Pablo. Oh, nice. Can you talk about the commission or not? I am nowhere near confident enough in my skill to ever say yes to a commission or um, painting for someone else. It keeps coming to you, pirate. This cord. I feel like this cord should be a different color than the copper. But I almost just paint it right over it. Steamforged is creeping on you. Brian, if you're still here, have you ever considered doing mini painting now that you've done a couple episodes with V on Paint and Slay? Well, if Ross keeps just sending me stuff, I'll have things to give people. I did back the Kickstarter though that Pirate and I did the stream for. Although it sounds like I may get some of the Dark Souls minis once they're actually available. Maybe we can do another sponsored stream. Yeah, the backer kit email was interesting because it was like, oops, sent it too early. Okay, now for real, you can use. How does that look? I don't know. It probably will dry darker, but to me it seems light. And there's like a cord running out of this hinge. I already painted over a little bit that I got to go back and fix already. Yeah, and I'm going to leave the house. Very excited. I've got to mail a bunch of stuff out that I've been holding on to. Well, I'm going with copper because that's what the reference image has. Not so much because particularly I'm really into copper, but that's what the ref. It's clearly like copper tubing wiring in the. Oh. I need to figure out this. I need to find a yellow if I have it. I think I do actually from Turbo Dork. Um, I don't use a lot of yellow. I don't like the color, but it's apparently I need enough of it for the. So are they mailing you, Scotty, or do you just get the STL and you can print her like the updated Scotty? Oh, did I tell you, Panda, that the folks from PGI were at Gen Con and came to one of my panels? They were like, I'm a friend of Panda's. Nice. Yeah, the your first Kickstarter panel is the one that I did. And it was interesting, although I was the moderator, also the only person of color on that panel, and people got in the weeds real quick about fulfillment and other stuff, and I'm just like, more than once I had to be like, could we come back to the topic? I need y'all to stay with me. That's the one thing I don't like about Gen Con or Worldcon. There's not a lot of control over who panels with you. And that is the reason I'm doing PAX West instead of Worldcon. For, well, a couple reasons. Um, Worldcon had not yet got back to me about the panels I submitted for a long time, and then when they did, they had me picking panels I submitted as if I just wanted to be on them and not moderate them. And there was no indication of who else had signed up to be on them. And I had a very bad experience on a panel at Dublin. I think Sue and Steve were in the audience. I think. Although I know it's still work o'clock for them. Um, but I had a really bad experience to the point where the convention programming team actually sent an apology and made sure that I was not on a panel again with this. Because he was, well, before I say this, does anyone know what SMOF, SMOF means? Because it took me years in the literary community before I figured it out. Secret Master of Fandom. What a SMOF is. Basically, the old guard. A lot of them are like the ones who don't want things to change, aka a bunch of old white guys, usually. Maja, what is that emote supposed to mean? Gonna need context if you come in with just an emote and no words. I am looking at chat on my phone, so I can't even tell what that emote. No, Secret Masters of Fandom. Um, basically like the old guard of a lot of places, and um, usually the ones that don't want things to change. Oh, okay. I have no idea who that is, but cool. On mobile, it's really hard to notes clearly, so I was like, what is that? Coffee's still bitter, just like me. Alright, I made coffee. I actually wanted coffee this morning. Part of the whole COVID thing was I had no desire for coffee, which is not me. So, but yeah, the experience being on a panel with this dude was so bad. Cause he was just blatantly racist during one of the questions, and I was like, okay. And what I didn't know is that someone in the audience reported it while we were still on the panel. Hey, Shears. Because before the panel was done, I had an email from programming asking me if I was okay, did I want to come to the programming office and talk about it. And I was very confused for a minute because I was like, How do they have an email to me already? Hey, D'Angelo. Yes. Caffeinate, however you caffeinate. Or water if you water, or tea if you tea. But yeah, they actually apologized and um like, hey, we're not gonna put you on panels with this guy anymore. I was like, good. Basically, if I'd seen that dude on the panel, I would have just turned around and walked out anyway. Yeah, but I was very confused because the email came in just as the panel was ending. So I was very much like, why y'all emailing me already? But kudos to them for being proactive and not waiting till the panel was over as somebody made a big deal out of it on Twitter. Yeah, and so I wish Mur was here because one thing a lot of authors did, at least at Worldcon, and also at the Writers Symposium at Gen Con, now that I think about it, they had copies of their books in front of them on the panel, even if the panel had nothing to do with their book. I was real confused by that. I was like, this panel has nothing to do with your books. Could you maybe not self-promote for the hour we're on this panel? So I was just real confused. It's, you know what? It's odd to us, but almost every writer, every time I've been at a Worldcon, Nebula, or now Gen Con symposium panel, the writers had their books in front of them. What was that? Sorry, something like fell off the table. It was one of those, something fell off the table, hit my leg, and I heard it hit the ground. And I'm like, what was that? Oh, it's very common. And I was like, I hate this. I hate life. I hate this. Why are you like this? And it's like, people on the panel are also authors, but I'm pretty sure the people in the audience know who you are. They legit will be sitting there the whole panel with a copy of one of their books propped up in front of them. And I'm just like, this is fucking weird. That'd be like me showing up at a panel with a copy of Motherlands in front of me. To me, that'd be really fucking weird. What do I know? Well, I've gone to panels for the last 10 years, so not odd to me, and it's very common. But the point of even bringing up Worldcon was they had not yet told me who'd signed up for the panels I submitted. And there were like 9 panels they had me down for when I was like, the max I'll do is 4. I was like, you can't tell me who's on the panel. You haven't marked me as a moderator for the panels I submitted. I'm good. These weren't self-pub authors that I knew of. These were all people like from Tor and Random House and Penguin. These were not like new self-pub authors that were on the panels, at least for Gen Con, because Gen Con Writer Symposium, if you're a guest, you're invited to be a guest. These were not newbie authors. And like I said, the dude that they wound up sending an apology for, this man could have been my grandfather. This was not like a brand new author. This dude could have been my grandfather. This guy. So when I say these things, this is not just, oh, new author doesn't know better. This is literally published, well-regarded, well-known. See, I know nothing about it. I don't have a. I will have a publishing contract eventually for Motherlands, but that's also an RPG book. I'll be glad when that's done so we can announce it and people get off my back. And backers know the game's gonna be late, but I'm not excited about the I told you so's that will come. Phobia. Because people are exhausting. Alright, now let's get the underside of these. I shouldn't even say late, but without breaking confidential information, let's just say we dodged a bullet by not using Cortex. All I can actually say. After stream, I'm gonna do one more COVID test, but I feel like something have to be really weird for it to suddenly change positive. Although Neuro did warn that sometimes with Paxlovid, your test results can actually flip. Well, didn't the RWA have a whole thing about racism? Kind of like race fail went through the SF community. Hey, Zero. I was like, didn't they have their own fuckery? Excuse me. Yeah, I know nothing about the romance stuff other than what like Catherine, N.K. Jemison, and Courtney Milan tweeted about. All I know is I saw them have their equivalent of race fail. Not really. Oh, really? I mean, I saw some of the Twitter fallout, but romance isn't my wheelhouse, so I was like, I'm gonna be over here. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna be in my corner. Ooh, sorry for the scratchy noise. I could hear it. I don't know if you all hear it, but like the acrylic paint pen made a horrible scratchy noise. How are you stuck in it, Panda? I'm curious, like, how are you stuck in it? Pirate, I don't know if you're still here, but if you can hear the stream, I'm using the paint for the underside of these wings. No, the paint pen makes like a very markery sound. You basically have to push down to send the paint down. You're in. My lack of a steady hand is going to come back to bite me on this part. Oh, damn. That sucks. Cosmic. Well, yeah, I'm going to actually leave the house today. Normally, I'm not this excited to leave the house, but I've been cooped up since last Monday. Oh, wow. That's wild. He was like, you know what? Maybe let's hold off. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to take one more test, but something real goofy has to happen for it to not come up negative. All right. Oh, can someone check my go live tweet and see how long it took for someone to say I wasn't in over my head? I was clearly being self-deprecating. Because you know somebody's going to come along with some toxic positivity shit. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad you had a good advisor. Really? Y'all, this... Wait, can you see if I made it so nobody could reply? Because I may have done that by accident, and for once not on purpose. I think my phone for the last few tweets has been set to no one can reply. Oops. Oh well. No, we're just gonna leave it that way. I did not mean to, for once. That was not on purpose. But I think my last thread from my phone, I did not want replies. Wow, I did not mean to do that this time, y'all. Maybe internally my brain was like, you don't want that. But what's the but for, Panda? Oh shit, you're right. You should go. Do the thing. I get a shout out for Panda. Panda's been playing a lot of Cult of the Lamb as well. That's hilarious. I did not even mean to do that. I did not mean to set it that way, but hey, my own brain was like, you know what? Let's just. You're great too. Now, yeah, everyone has to go pop into Panda stream and go. You're great. Give it back to her. All right. Very small parts of this down. I feel like this is one of those things where I might regret my life choices in deciding to paint this. Okay, the hinge part of the wing is like a dark blue. I think I'm gonna do the edges in black. That's the other big color that we can do. Where is the Arteza black? Oh. Yeah, it looks like the edges of this are done in black, I think. This is actually really hard to tell from this image. Looks like parts of the edges are... I can't tell either, and I'm looking right at it. No, the hinges are definitely blue. I'm talking about these parts, like the edges here and the edges of the wings. Looks like they're dark gray, dark blue. I'm actually going to do that in black. Like I said, the next time I work on this, I think I may actually need my iPad open with like a big version of the image right in front. But I'm going to do these edges in black. That's what it looks like. And if I'm not right, oh well. Alright, bye, Evan. Have a good day. Yeah, I just didn't think about it before the stream zero, and I know my iPad's probably in need of a charge. But I could get it in. I know exactly where it is. I think it's probably just in need of a charge because I haven't used it since Gen Con, and that's been over a week. So I also would have to make room on here. Hey, Nibbles. Oh, so yesterday, I mean, I can talk about so much. For those who don't know, for now they're just for partners. I hope they open it up to affiliates. But Twitch has been offering, I guess the best way to describe it is professional development is webinars, but they've changed the format a little bit. And the one I went to yesterday was developing engaging content, and there are a lot of really good tips in it. And we do get like we don't get the slide deck obviously because that's proprietary, but um but it basically is presentation, breakout groups with your peers, as you can honestly learn more from other streamers. And my feedback every time I do one of these is open this to affiliates. This is information everyone can use. But it looks like they are going to have them at Creator Camp. So if you are going to TwitchCon, especially now that they've reversed the whole thing about masks and vaccine proof, um, they are going to have those in Creator Camp sessions. Thank you for what? I mean, we can't take screenshots. We can't obviously share the presentation. But I mean, there are really good tips in there, and I really wish they would open it up to affiliates. Granted, there's way more affiliates. Not that every affiliate would take advantage of it. Yeah, I mean, it's good information, and some of it may be on Creator Camp, but these are like Zoom webinars that I think would benefit a lot of creators. But there were some tips that I think anyone can use. Like some of us do this stuff anyway, like involve your chat. Basically don't just sit there like a fucking lump. That's not what they said. That's my wording. So keep in mind, this is not as exciting as it may sound. Um, some of these webinars may be boring as fuck to some of you because you anyway. But like I said, my feedback is always this should be open to affiliates. That is always my feedback. It will always be my feedback. Because honestly, I think it would help with channel growth more than people that already have a partner badge. But it's not particularly like, it's not super exciting. In the sense that some people may think. I mean, granted, some partners, trust me, some partners that I've seen could still use the help. Just because you got a partner badge does not mean your stream is always exciting or enticing. One thing I've always taken away from any kind of professional development Twitch-wise is that don't try to be the stream for everyone. Do what you're good at, and people will like it or they won't like it. You know, don't try to chase like what's hot right now. Don't try to be like the big fish in the little pond, basically. Like how a lot of people are playing Cult of the Lamb. We've seen my numbers compared to other streamers. And we know that there's some streamers that have such a following. They could read a grocery list and they'd have a few thousand people. But I never want that kind of weird cultist devotion from anybody. To me, that's weird. You'd be so hyped for someone to go live, they could literally do anything, and you would just sit there in rapt attention. That is cultish devotion to me. You know, basically, like, be engaging, be fun, talk to your chat. This isn't giving away secrets. I'm not showing the PowerPoint or anything. But, you know, you're like, Zero, if I may use you as an example. You know, Zero does great variety of content, both crafting, gaming, you know, RPG discussions, and that's what he's good at. Now, if suddenly Zero decided, I'm going to be an Apex player, we'd all go, what the fuck? But if Apex is what's bringing in the viewers and you suddenly change that, A, your community would see through it, and B, we'd all go, what the fuck? Who are you and what have you done with Zero? You know, that kind of a thing. Where some people never stick with one thing, they just chase trends. Or I saw a car outside and it was like, that car slowing down. When growing up in the city, any weird movement outside makes me go, Yeah. Hey, Thompson. Thanks. I don't know what I'm doing yet. We are taking a nice long break, so I have ideas. The cast all needs to chat about what I want to do, and I want to figure out what they want to do. Oh, that was a buzz. I saw something move on my desk, and I was like, "What?" I have ideas. Well, but that's the thing, though, Shears. A lot of people chase what's popular without thinking what's good for their channel. And also, if you're always chasing what's new and popular, you're never going to figure out what you're good at. Kawaii Guy, John Brents, who is, you know, works with a lot of the bigger folks at Twitch, has a great talk online about that. You know, and sometimes, you know, you just got to accept that what you like and do. A, it's not for everybody. Fuck them people. But two, are you satisfied with what you're doing? Are you actually enjoying the content you're making? You know, is this something you want to do? Is this something you enjoy doing? Because some people get into Twitch and other content creation because they falsely think it's fast money. They think it's easy. They think you just get on, turn on a game and scream and yell and make money. And some white boys do that, but that's a whole treatise on toxic gaming culture we ain't got time for. Um, but you know, at the end of the day, you decide what's best for you, and this is gonna sound defeatist, but it's at least to me, it is perfectly okay to say the same for me. Not to be like, I give up, you know, I never want to create, but maybe Twitch isn't your thing. Maybe you're better on TikTok. Maybe you're better on Instagram or YouTube. Because for some people, like my partner has streamed on occasion. He's but he's not always great at interacting with people. You know, and I never want to tell anyone to quit. If you truly want to try content creation, but I feel like too many people get into it for the wrong reason. They get into it because they see dollar signs. They see the Instagram influencers with their lies of lives. And I know we've seen those articles about, you know, Instagram influencers living way above their means. And it turns out their whole life is a lie. Like the shoes, the vacations, it's all rented. It's all borrowed. Hey, DC. DC, I saw your email. I will look at that as soon as I'm done with stream. I'm guessing they didn't give you an overlay for Saturday. Hey, Riku. It is just 9:15 for me, but I'm Central US time. And DC, if you have time for an overlay, I will happily buy one or I need to make one. There you go. Um, I also need to like pack up some stuff to ship out. I have something Mark left behind at Gen Con. I've got to get him. I've got a package I meant to set Matt like since London. Yeah, I would say honestly, while you're live, don't worry about the view count so much, but do learn to read your metrics. You know, don't just go, oh, well, I just do it for the love of whatever. Because, much as we hate to admit it and deal with it, we live in a capitalist hellscape. And when you get to a point, if you get to a point where you want to go talk to people about sponsorship, you're going to have to know how to read your metrics and present them to other people. Now, saying that, I also would advise not to get caught up in your metrics. I understand that, but you know what? At the end of the day, are you streaming for the numbers or are you streaming for you? If it's just for the numbers, I mean, none of us likes to stream into what we feel is an empty void. But if I get so focused on the fact that there's very few people, like right now, I can't see the view count. I don't care. But Twitch will give me a summary later that I can look at. Well, then, if you're streaming for you, if you're streaming for you and you're truly enjoying it, you know that this is never going to pay your bills. That's the other thing I need people to think about is if you're trying to get to a point where streaming pays all your bills, go with God and anime, because very few people achieve that. And it's not being fatalistic, it's not telling people don't go for their dream, but let's just be real. Very few people get to a point where streaming pays their bills. You're welcome. Then if you know your bills are paid and you are not relying on this for income, turn off the view count. Don't worry about it. If you're just sharing something you love, you're not doing this for money or any extra money goes right back in the stream, and that's not like your livelihood, don't worry about it. And I'm upfront. Streaming does not pay all my bills. It pays maybe a quarter of my bills, if that. And I did look at my numbers after I'd been gone for a while. I'm back under. I'm at a third of the subs I'd normally have. Be it because I have started traveling again, what I'm doing, my content. I'm not gonna lie and say Twitch doesn't pay any of my bills, but it's not like I have no other options. I still have Patreon. I still have other things. But that's me and I have that privilege and I fully acknowledge that. Not everybody does. Some people do rely on streaming for their main income. And, in that case, then I want you to be able to not just monetize, but also enjoy what you're doing. Because we already live in a capitalist hellscape. We don't have to be miserable on top of it. Because if I've got to turn on the stream, make money to make ends meet, and I gotta be sitting here for 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. Some people stream 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. I don't want to be fucking miserable. And that's good, Cheers. Alright, pause, take a sip of coffee. But I'm thinking more in terms of. Oh, Twitch is absolute. To interrupt myself, Twitch is not the moneymaker a lot of people think it is. It does, Biff. But during the pandemic, some people started streaming and they had the idea that it was easy to make money, and it's not. They see the well-known streamers and think they can get on and do the same thing without realizing those streamers have built an audience over the years. That if I had not had I Need Diverse Games when I started streaming, I would not have the same audience I do now. I would not have had the same audience to begin with. If I just got on my PlayStation, started streaming, nobody would have given a fuck who I was. And that's not facetiousness. That's not talking down about myself. That's just straight up truth. Yeah, and that's fine, but let's say you did decide, "Oh, while I'm awake, I want to do some content." Sorry, I also was looking down at the reference. This is a darker blue than this. This is cobalt blue. That's really bright. I might use this cerulean blue. Right, but a lot of people that don't understand streaming don't know that. Or like the people that always like to go, well, I don't know who you are. I never heard of you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know who you are either, but I don't care. People that like to do that shit like on tweets, it's like, well, I don't know who you are. They're nobody. And it's like, me and this contract say otherwise. It's actually bronze shears. It's like bronze. It is not bronze either. It is, where is it? It is copper. It is. It says copper gold. I was wrong. It says copper gold. I should also keep the colors I'm using together. But if anyone has played Horizon Zero Dawn, then you know what I'm working on. This is the Stormbird. It's a brighter blue than I thought I would want, but you know what? We're going with it. Because this is going to be a several stream project. There's so many different little areas. Color. And tiny fiddly bits. The friend bird will eat you in the game. If you've not played Horizon Zero Dawn, the friend bird will eat. Just so you know, it is a boss fight. It is not a friend. The Mandy, Panda, and you, Dazbiff, this is how you are all going to die. When the robot apocalypse comes, you're going to approach the robot thinking it's a friend, and then it will eat. And we will watch you all and go, well, that's a damn shame. Okay. So, note to self, Dazbiff is going to sell out the humans. Right, Zero? I'm just going to be like, well, it was nice knowing y'all. Yes, Dazbiff. I mean, there is a small group of humans I would not betray. Although at the rate we're going, we're about to have the robot uprising. I mean, granted, I always say thank you to Siri, so... And I did that once, and my partner looked at me and I was like, look, when the robots take over, Siri will remember I was nice to her. This is going to be such a convoluted mini, my god. Anywho, how's everyone doing? While I struggle bust through painting all these little bits of this overall ginormous mini. Can you still call it a mini at this point when it takes up this much space? Nice. After stream, I need to answer Dasbeth. Or, I'm sorry, answer DC. Follow up on some invoices. Do my COVID test. Do like triple check. And then actually go outside. I have nothing until 6 o'clock. Oh, hello, Lexi. Ooh, VTM. I miss VTM. I've got a small group of people I'm trying to start a home game with. But with it being convention season once more and a lot of people I know going to them, for work, mind you, it's hard to pin down a time and a date that works. I was a Bruja and I named her. Oh god, what did I name her? I gave her my late great aunt's surname. I made her basically a Creole vampire. I've never tried a Malkavian. Well, we have Creole in the family, so. Alright, let's see how this turbo. Oh, that's actual gold. That's not what I wanted. I need yellow. Yellow? Oh, that's. Do I want yellow or gold? Because the picture. No, the picture's yellow. Like a safety yellow. But yeah, we have Creole in the family, so. And the Nip Nop is currently unplugged, which is why I'm not using it this second. I need an actual yellow. None of these colors on my desk are going to work. Turbo Dorks are all metallics and they're lovely, but they're not what I need. Alright, I almost said I'm listening as if I'm not the one streaming. I also forgot I have the whole monster pigment set. I wonder if there's a yellow in there. I also need to go through all of my Logitech stuff because I got the okay to give away things if I'm not using it. And I have so much stuff. I'll need that later. Oh, was that under that? I thought I had to take the whole thing out. That's an actual gold. That says rosy skin. That is not what I want. Oh, I could have used that before. Dang it, this is probably the better blue, but oh well. I literally forgot I had these, y'all. Goblin skin might work, but it's not a true yellow that I want. what I need is, now that I'm not contagious, someone to come over and actually hang out with me while I organize all my shit. Because that is my biggest downfall, is I start and then I get like halfway done. Then I'm like, oh, I'm never going to finish this. Mainly because, oh, fuck. Sorry, I managed to cut myself slightly with a thing that was definitely in the way. Because I have, like, my shelf space is not well utilized at all. So it's literally just... Okay, now that's in the way. I'll just leave it. Yeah, that's an interesting yellow. That's gold. While I look for colors, how's everyone doing? Oh, that was probably a better blue too. Might leave that out and redo it in that color. Those are reds. That is the bottom, so I'm gonna put that there. Hey, 8 billion shades of yellow, right where I need them. There's literally 4 different shades of yellow right here. How? Oh my god, there's like 8. Oh. Y'all. Alright, I'm also gonna put some of these back in here, because they are in the way. Ooh, trying to math. Ooh. I need that. I need that. I don't need purple. Alright. Shit, what is it caught on? Okay, I am... There we go. Ooh, that was close. Alright. This will be the darker. This will be the yellow. Y'all, this is a lot. That yellow I pulled out is going to be for this. I feel that, DC. Oh yeah, that is just the right kind of bright yellow. Luckily, don't need much of it. Like, hey there. Interesting. This is... very different than the... than the image, because the chest plate looks to be down and this whole blue core isn't here. How am I getting these little like pieces of hair? Anyway, how's everyone? Also, I saw someone earlier in the chat go, "Happy Monday." Wait, it's Wednesday. I literally had that moment in the shower of it's only Wednesday. How is it only Wednesday? Nope, it's Thursday or it's Wednesday. If it was Thursday, we'd have Black Dice Society. I think all of us are well enough this week. Yeah, Dave seems to have gotten the worst of it. Um, he was the one that was sleeping like 18 hours a day. Hi, Kaylin. Thanks for your resub. 61 months. Holy shit. This is the same shade of yellow. No, it's darker. Okay, I literally covered up my reference. Good job. Yeah, this is just a darker yellow. This is going to be an exercise in patience. Let's see over under. I get tired of this mini before I get very well into it. 61 months. You should probably have a founder's badge, Kaylin. Oh, speaking of founder's badges, anyone know if they ever turned it back on where you could reassign them? Because I know they did it briefly, and then they turned it back off because there was a problem. Like, people randomly were getting them assigned. No, that's what I mean. Like, they turned on the ability to change, like, either take people off or reassign the founder badge. Patch day? What's patch day for what? Oh, okay, so that would have been when I was not home. So I need to look into that. Because there's some people who are now banned in the channel that still have founder badges. It's somewhere in the dashboard. I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to log in and look. But people change, not always in the best way. Just because somebody was here when you started doesn't mean they're gonna be here when you finish. But patch day for what? Gotta. Cause I need more than patch day was yesterday. Oh, I moved the wrong wing. Oh, nice. Random question. This could be just a yes, no. Do you know Harrison, who's on the Diablo team? I know that it is a very large group, so. Ah. I hope patch day was a success. Yeah, I mean it was probably going to be a no because I don't assume that anyone who works at such a large place would know all the other devs or someone not on their team. Yeah, I'm sure patch day is never an easy day. Y'all, this is gonna be a lot of work. Just so we know. I need to take my hair down. It's giving me a headache. Oh, oh my god. Oh, it will be. I'm just like, oh god. I'm already like so much. And I had to prime it inside, so that was already its own challenge. You live in an apartment and trying to prime minis inside? Whole thing. I actually bothered Zero. Like, how do I do this? Because before, my other apartment, I could have just opened the back door and stood on the back porch or went out in the alley, and I can't easily do that anymore. Because I'm on the second floor. And also, I don't want to stand outside in the blistering heat and spray things and then carefully carry them back upstairs. Ooh, I'm also getting a little dizzy. I think it's because I need to eat. I have not had much of an appetite during the COVID. Oh, that'd be fun. I know, but it's that usual. I feel like I'm bothering people. And, much. Just the very ends. Um, I almost dipped it in the wrong yellow. I don't know if I'd want an airbrush because I'd be afraid that I would fuck up and get everywhere. But now that I know I can remove people's founders badges, I got a little extra assignment to do. There's some people where I don't even like seeing their name there. You ever just have people where you see their name come up like in Twitch chat elsewhere, and you're like, it's like on Seinfeld where it's always like Norman Kramer. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay, it looks like the wiring on the body of this thing is like a bright gold. Luckily, I've got a bright gold. Yeah, what the fuck? Sorry, I dropped something. But I'm actually gonna get up and stretch. Maybe grab a snack. Because I've been on almost 2 hours, and I haven't moved really except to get paper towels. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, get a snack, stretch, get water, and BRB. Because I gotta figure out when I should actually get up and go to FedEx after I do a test. But I'm actually gonna put up the BRB screen and step away and get a snack. So hang out, stretch, water, food, and I'll be back in 5, y'all. And if I've got a mod that can run ads, that'd be great. If not, no worries. Hello. Oh, hi, Ben. Thank you for the resub. I just saw your tweet. If you want to share it here, if you want to give that to a mod, or I can share it. Um, hello. So, funny story. I think you all will appreciate the joke about this. So, I had a Humankind sponsored stream scheduled for tomorrow. Apparently, they need it to be today. So, I'm probably going to end in another hour at the most. But I'll be right back at 3 o'clock. Uh, yeah. Apparently, they need it to be today. Excuse me. It is the 1 year anniversary of Humankind. And I'd agreed to it. It basically was going to be a really tight day of cleaning errands, doing that stream, and then going right into Black Die Society. But they're like, can you do it today? And I'm like, I guess. But they're upping my fee for the inconvenience. So. For those who don't know, I'm in the Humankind Partner Program. I'm also in the 2 Point Creator program. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. It is. Kelly, the opera geek, is also in the creator program, partner program for Humankind. So if you see her playing it, please go support. Ben, how are you though? How have you been? How's ambassador life treating you, friendo? Ooh, this is gonna be a lot of work. It's fun. So if you like Civ, actually, I think I've still got a game code to give away. I've got to double check. They gave me a code, but I'd already bought it. Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. Can we do anything? So can I get a shout out for Ready Set Ben? Well, now that TwitchCon is over, do you get a chance to rest? You don't have to do as much ambassador stuff, do you? Oh, shit. Oh, at your day job. Jesus, I'm sorry. That has to be super rough. Ah. Oh no. Ben, I need to know what server and all of that you're on, because I do want to get back into Final Fantasy. I just don't know if I ever want to stream it as people. Because the last time I streamed it, I could not play in peace. I'm fine. I had my second negative test yesterday. I'm going to test again once I'm done with stream. And as long as that test is still negative, I'm going to actually leave the house either today or tomorrow. Because this having to reschedule this sponsor stream has kind of thrown off my plan for the day. Because I was going to do some laundry while the laundry was going, run to the post office, FedEx. You'll have to send me that because I will never remember once this stream is over. Ben, have you ever considered getting into mini painting? Or just not your thing? I know I asked that of a lot of people, but I'm just always curious if people ever considered it. Not their thing. Not the cheapest hobby, so. But also, when you get a chance, can you pop into the leadership channel? RA. Here's stuff happening. I feel that. My hands shake a little bit when I get to the like super fine detail parts. So even with teeny brushes, I don't always do great. I'm trying to get like the bigger chunks of this done at least today, because this is going to be a multi-stream project. I don't know if you ever talked to Awkwardish Panda, but she has really bad shakes sometimes, but still paints me. I'm not sure what she does about it though. And we're probably gonna raid into Panda once I get more. Probably once I get the legs on this done, because, like I said, having to switch to the sponsor stream this afternoon totally fucked up my flow for the day. And granted, it's not the end of the world. It's only 2 hours. Um, but I had kind of an agenda for the day. Hey Lee, how are you? I'll be on again, but I won't even be on my own channel. So those 2 hours won't count toward the time I still need to make up for my ad, like, my ad thing. So I'm doing the ad thing this month. I have to do 52 hours. When I checked yesterday, I still needed 27. And I'm probably not going to even advertise it on Twitter, but also the other thing, as long as my test is negative, later I still am going to New York and FlameCon. But after the fuckery with Gen Con, I'm not even going to say I'm going, because I don't have the chill to deal with it. Because the first person that goes, but you're going to go to New York anyway. And I'm like, because it was a paid thing, I'm a guest. And reimbursing them for the costs is more than I got right now. I'll have to look at the contract. I may not be liable for something like COVID if I couldn't have gone. But I'm being responsible and making sure my tests are negative before I say I'm going. Jesus Christ, that scared me. Hey, Bob. Hello, hello. It was very loud in my headphones. I channeled 0. Hey, Bob, how are you? What were you doing? You talking more Marvel stuff today? What was up? Or were you doing work? I get a shout out for Bob Duck and Wait. Oh, no worries, Fate Walker. Oh, okay. You know, I still have not played Fortnite. Nothing has really compelled me to play Fortnite. Welcome on in, Raiders. Um, my name's Cypher. I do a lot of content, variety content. Today's variety is a very complicated mini from Steamforged of the Stormbird from Horizon Zero Dawn. This is gonna take me several streams. No, this is for the Horizon Zero Dawn board game. One of the expansions brings the Stormbird to the game. It's a boss fight in the video game. You actually get a Stormbird figure. This one is not a D&D one. If I've got a mod that can spare the time, can someone grab the link to the Stormbird on the Steamforged site? I should make a command because this is going to be several streams, several crafting. Get out and go do this. I could, yes. Not do that on a stream because of IP reasons, but for a home game, I absolutely could. And I've got the Spelljammer books. I need to start reading them for a reason. Oh, thanks, Pirate. Oh no, I play D&D professionally, Fate Walker. This is a pro D&D stream. Thank you, Pirate. I forgot to get fresh water when I took my break. So you all get to come with me for some water ASMR. The Rivals command may be out of date now since we finished the season, but we do have a command for Rivals and Black Dice Society. Sorry for the water ASMR, but I realized when I sat back down I hadn't got fresh water. Also, I scratched myself somehow. Ice in the living room without the AC on. What is this magic, y'all? Although it sounds very weird and almost, I don't know, smug to say I'm a professional D&D player. It may be Black Dice Society. We're in our final 7 episodes, y'all. Black Dice Society is coming to a conclusion. I also need lotion. My hands were very dry. I find it interesting how people are reacting to it, to us saying that, huh, I thought I had a BDS command. I have still DJs. And just change it because he talks about Desmond and his. I wonder if it got turned off by mistake. That's weird. Anywho, but yes, I play D&D professionally. Sorry, I was about to start thinking out loud because I'm looking at this reference picture. Pirate, how did you paint the claws on this? Did you go with black or like a dark gray? Okay, that was not in gold like I thought. I was about to paint the front of it. Okay. Yeah, because it's hard to tell even looking at this. I think I'm going to do the metal bits in like a darkish gray because I've got a black gray paint. You're like, nah, we good. We good. Oh, and I still forgot this little bit of just being at a crouch position is kind of hard. And I don't have one of the angle brushes on hand. Oh yeah. I never did Adventure League, mainly because Adventure League I only ever saw at conventions. And unless I know you, I don't game with random people at conventions. And I know I always get like a weird look when I say that because I go to Gen Con and other cons. And I'm like, I've had enough weird experiences with people I know. I'm not trying to ruin my con by gaming with weirdos. So I think I told someone I'd been to Gen Con like 4 times and had never played a game. And you would have thought told them go jump off a cliff the way that they reacted. Yeah, yeah, pirate. All right. Oh, that was right in the mic. Sorry, y'all. All right. Trying to figure out what else to do before we call it a day for today. I haven't done any of the edges on that other wing either. I'm shedding apparently. Yeah, when I come back to this, I'm gonna start with the wet palette and not this disposable one. Because one, I feel like I'm wasting a lot of paint. Two, it's still warm in my office even outside, cooled off outside. So my office is still a bit warm, warmer than I'd like. Uh, Lonzo, who are you asking? 'Cause I'm not quite sure how to answer that. If you're asking me. Sorry, I'm just pondering which brush to use. Uh, I don't. So let me reread your question. Is it easier to run a game that's a different system or be in a game that's using a different system? A different system than what? I guess is the question. You mean D&D? Do you mean like Vampire? Or do you mean in terms of Adventurers League? Because Adventurers League is usually D&D. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Adventurers League was straight. Um, for me, it's not about the system at all. It's the I don't know these people. I have had enough bad experiences with people at a table and unfortunately experiences with people I know um where I don't want to run any game with absolute strangers. It's not a system thing at all for me. Because I've DM'd, I've played and DM'd Star Trek, Dragon Age, D&D, I've been in Pathfinder. I've played VTM. It's strictly the people. It is not the system. As long as the system isn't super crunchy and it's not punishing to the players, I could learn just about any system. I played Cyberpunk Red. It was very crunchy. I thought I was gonna die like during a whole episode, but um I now that I know what it is, I could probably go back and play it a lot easier. Yeah, like if I ever decide to run VTM, I would be terrified because it's been around so long, so many people know it, but I can run D&D pretty much by the seat of my pants as I often do as a DM. Because I've realized when I over prepare, that is when my players ruin every single plan I had. So I just don't over prepare as much as I used to as a DM. There's sometimes where reading it makes sense, and then when I actually go to play, I'm like, I know what I just read. However, what I'm doing doesn't line up, you know? I think that's why I had such a hard time with learning the code. I don't know if anyone else in chat was like this in college or in school in general, where you were fine in class, absolutely fine, followed along, did the exercises, followed along with the teacher, got home, and it was like you didn't learn a fucking thing. Oh, same pirate. Like, because a lot of stuff, again, reading it will, at least on the surface, make absolute sense to me. Like, okay, I get this. I need X number of dice. In this situation, this is what I should do. And then, of course, you go to sit down and play a game, and none of that happens. Oh my God, I need an angled brush. Why did I not start with an angled brush? Sorry, I'm yelling at myself for not using the right brush. Also, my nose has decided to itch, even though you all can't see me. My nose has absolutely decided right now is the best time to itch. Although I guess I'll be on camera later. I'll be on another channel. So I will tweet about it once I'm done here, but it looks like from 3 to 5 evening in the UK, I will be playing Humankind for the 1 year anniversary celebration on the devs channel. I don't know if you were here, Pirate, but a sponsored stream I had planned for tomorrow. Turns out they need me to actually do it today. So this stream is going to be shorter than I'd planned. I mean, they're upping my pay rate for the hassle, but still. I just realized that the legs are not in black, but oh well. This leg's in black now. The legs were more silvery gray, oh well. Hey, Firefly. I mean, it is, but it really threw off my plan for the day because I kind of, I'm gonna stream, then I'm gonna, like, do my COVID test, do some admin work, then go to the post office and do blah blah blah. And now I'm like, shit. But now that I am still going to New York, I need to do laundry or see if I've got enough clothes to last me for 4 days and not have to do laundry till I get back. I'm also running out of quarters. And for those not aware, there's been a coin shortage with COVID because nobody's going out and spending money. So money's not changing hands, and it is very hard to get quarters lately, at least for me. Yeah, I just realized the leg was not black at all. Oh no, Ren. Are you gonna be okay? Do you have to go deal with it? Yeah, it looks like the claws were actually a silver pirate, but oh well. I'll worry about that later. I will just take a page out of your book and dry brush in a light gray. Let me switch brushes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was seeing a lot of articles about how people were worried about flooding with rain expected because apparently drought ground cannot absorb water. Alright, this is where I rummage for an angled brush. I know I have them. Aha. They're smaller than regular brushes for some reason. Pirate, do you have any angled brush recommendations? Because all the ones I have are super small. And like, I know they're small so they can get into small places, but they're like small to the point I lose them amongst my other brushes. Oh, really? Huh. Interesting. And I didn't like a, oh, that sounded weird. I'm sorry. There was no good way to say that. That sounded really weird. I apologize. It doesn't screw up my depth perception, but I realize the way some models are just made, I need it. Because it does not work for me otherwise. But the two I pulled out are ones that Panda recommended. I've got a magnifier along with the other stuff that Matt sent me, and it's sitting on my desk. My bigger problem with the magnifier is if I'm wearing my glasses, it messes with me more than if I'm wearing my contacts. I don't know what the difference is, but wearing my glasses while mini painting is different than when I'm wearing contacts, which I'm probably going to put my contacts in later. So I've got to bother with doing my face anyway. I might as well take photos in the Marvel gunners they sent me. Because Gunner was very kind to send me 3 of the new glasses. Hey, Catherine. From the Marvel collection. And I tweeted them, but I don't have photos of me them. And I probably will wear them later on the stream. I've been getting headaches along with COVID, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, like if that has caught COVID, where you just have a headache that will not go away, or it's just infrequent, and you're like, am I gonna die because this headache makes me feel like I'm gonna die? But yeah, with that change in schedule, I'm gonna finish up this other leg, I think, as much as I can. and then we'll go raid Panda. I'm gonna try to at least get the trash out because being cooped up in the house while it's this hot with the trash, not being able to really take it outside. No, thank you. Hey, Rex. Yeah, my partner apparently has had it worse because he got it independent of me. And I didn't tweet about this because people already were pissing me off. But my partner actually came down with COVID while I was at Gen Con. Fully independent of me. I haven't seen him because we're both still isolating, even though he's feeling better and also testing negative. It doesn't smell that bad. It's like the I should really take this out smell, but it's not like I'm going to gag and throw up. Because if it was that bad, I would have done that before stream. And I was gonna take the trash out yesterday while I was watching Eugenio and Opera Geek, but my back doth protest because I'm on the second floor of a walk up. My back was like, no. No, the trash only got to that point one other time during the tailbone injury, and I just caved and did a task rabbit and had them come in and take boxes and trash, even clean out the fridge. Because the fridge was also a pain point. Because let me tell you, when you've got a tailbone injury, doing anything is a hassle. I did not realize just how much you relied on your tailbone to not be in a mass of pain until that fall. And it seems to try to be coming back after all the walking and standing I did in Amsterdam. But what I think I'm gonna do is do some admin work while I watch Panda. Get something to eat. That's the other thing. I think that's part of why I also feel like I'm getting a headache. Because my appetite was very weird during COVID. Like, wouldn't be hungry, then it was like I could gnaw my arm off. Oh no. Birthday was supposed to be gold. But yeah, so I've talked about it on stream, not so much on Twitter. But when I left Amsterdam, when you checked into your flight, they straight up were like, give yourself 4 hours. And even with getting there early, they don't have global entry yet. It took 2 hours just to check my bag in. And at that point, I asked for a wheelchair. Nope. So, Ren, my symptoms were so mild. If Latia had not messaged and said, hey, I tested positive for COVID, and I knew we were in the same car together, I would have thought it was just any being tired after a convention. I would not have thought it was COVID. I did not lose my sense of taste or smell. My appetite was kind of up and down, but it wasn't like I was ever just like either ravenous. I mean, I wasn't ever like I feel like B Dave got it worse. Because he said he was sleeping like 18 hours a day. And he might still be. My partner said he had horrible headaches and body aches like flu. I didn't have any of that. Like I said the Paxlovid was actually worse than COVID for me. The course of Paxlovid made me feel nauseous. I had weird dreams. Um, I had the worst dry mouth ever, like worse than after dental work. And it's just now finally going away, but I still feel the need to drink water way more frequently than I normally do. And I'm not a water person. I actually kind of hate water. Yeah, and I have already had my second negative test, so I need a little more black paint. Like I said, this having to switch days for this, and granted, it's a sponsor stream. I know I'm fortunate to get paid for this kind of stuff, but it did kind of throw off my day. You know, when you planned one thing and that's not where your day went, that's where I'm at. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. So does that mean I won't be able to see you when I'm in town? Again, you know, unless something really weird happens, my test I take today should also come up negative, so I am planning to still attend FlameCon, but my plan is get there, get away from the hotel and the convention after I check in. And maybe see someone for dinner, do dinner outside if possible, as long as it's not too hot. Do my one panel, go to another panel I would have loved to be on, but I'm not on. And then the rest of the time in New York, if people can hang out, but it'll be very much masked outdoors. Um, and I'm actually going to travel with a COVID test just to be safe. Although in New York, I'm actually more concerned with monkeypox than COVID right now. Because isn't there a concentration of cases there for some reason? Oh, I painted over something that should have been gold. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's not like I didn't get to see you at Gen Con, but still, it'll suck. How's everyone else in the house doing? Like I said, I'm being careful. I've been testing. I finished my Paxlovid on Monday. It's Wednesday. Um, I'm just being super careful because you know how people are. I may not even say I'm going to New York anywhere on social. Oh, I don't know if you were here, Ren, but I was live and got a warning email from my city about it. and it definitely framed it as a gay disease. Like they're really framing it like AIDS was framed for as just a gay men's disease back in the 80s. Yeah, it was a time. I got the email and it threw me off because I did not know that monkeypox was apparently so bad in Illinois. I had not seen anything about it being bad here. And not like I'm avoiding the news, because Lord knows you can't avoid the news if you spend any time on Twitter, which unfortunately I have to, as it's where I get the most engagement, unfortunately. Oh, good. I'm glad you all aren't like suffering. Some people seem to catch it, and it's like the end of the earth. I know Panda was down really bad when she caught it like the second time. But she also had someone going out interact. She had two people in the house that had to interact with the public that were coming in and out. So yeah, it sucks. But you know what? We're being responsible adults. I still feel like there had to be a spreader at Gen Con. I still can't add up how many people came away from Gen Con with it, with the safety measures that were in place. Yeah, Ren, it's been an interesting time to see how they are framing monkeypox here in Chicago. But apparently, while we were at Gen Con, it was called for a state of emergency about it. But yeah, now I gotta set up this humankind stream, which I'd planned on for tomorrow. I thought I had my whole day free, but I've got a meeting. So I basically gonna do the humankind stream, have an hour, and a meeting at 6. I mean, you could always call me if you want to just yell about it. I'll be home. Are you working remotely or are you still taking time off? I mean, I have opinions, but I've said what I was gonna say after people decided to just target POC for being there. So, okay. Well, after stream, I'll be home and setting up this humankind stream. So, if you feel like calling and yelling, I can be on a Discord call while I set up the stream. I mean, my issue isn't the you went to a con or you had a picture without a mask on. That's a fair critique. I will cop to that. However, when you only choose BIPOC folks with a following to target and even go so far as to do and people without masks on your quote tweet. That's my issue. All these other non-POC folks that were also there, also in that same photo that people decided to quote tweet. You know, I'm trying to figure out the best vector, not best, but like where so many of us could have caught it or one person caught it and then it slowly spread. But again, all of us were so mild slash asymptomatic, wouldn't have known we had it. I wouldn't have known I had it because I was totally asymptomatic. The Paxlovid was worse than the COVID. So, well, I hope your friend had a good time. If they came up and said hi, I'm afraid I don't remember, but I hope they had a good time. Thank you. I will look at that because, like I said, I'm gonna get through this foot, and then we're gonna call it. Because, like I said, I had not planned to do the humankind stream today, so it has thrown off my whole plan and whole day. So, but I will look and get back to you. Are you free if we need to hop on a call or anything, DC, or do you have your own stream later? Who is your friend, Ren? Do you mind saying? Because now I feel bad if I don't remember meeting him. I'm also very excited because one of the guys from Steamforged did a trade with me for the Violet Gin that I could not get shipped to me. Now I've got the Violet Gin I wanted, and I'm excited. And now that I'm off the Paxlovid and feel human again, I'm going to definitely probably crack into that maybe tonight after my last meeting. Oh, I bet it was exhausted. And that's the thing, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to work a con. And I see some people trying to differentiate going for leisure versus working. But it's like if you're gonna criticize people for going, criticize everybody for going. Okay. That's two. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should be caught up with Brian by then and have my stream set up. But I will look. I'm just trying to get all the little splotchy bits where I can still see white. And then I'm gonna call it because, like I said, had not planned on the humankind stream today, so. But this will be a multiple stream project, y'all. This is not gonna be a one and done stream unless I stream for like 26 hours. What are you playing? Are you still Culting of the Lamb? Oh, I need to get back to it, but that game has hooked me so bad. Where I basically I played for 5 hours, y'all. And it did not feel like 5 hours, and I'm on the last area. Well, our Stormbird has stockings. If nothing else. Alright. Shit, which gold did I use? It is cute, and yet also disturbing. I think I put away colors I didn't actually. I need. I think I put away colors I needed and left colors I don't need out here. But such is the life of doing painting. Um, I also got. I got stuff on my desk. Oh well. It's adorable. It's also terrifying. Who was there when I got the option to marry a follower? Legit got the option to marry a cultist follower. And I was like, excuse me? Y'all really offered me this? Do not like. Alright, I've taken photos of ye old Stormbird. Yeah, it was cringe, it was weird. I did not like it. I did not take that option. And actually, one of the cultists named after a stream community member, had me do the go get flowers. That will woo them. And then they were like, oh, that didn't work. And then it was like, oh, cult leader, they've fallen in love with you. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? I did not sign up for that. This is just proof I could never run a cult IRL. I'm also moving a lot so I can go over to my actual desk, change scenes, and we can go raid Panda. Because now my day is all thrown off. Oh, there's cannibalism. And it happens early, and again, I was not okay with it, but it was early in the game, so I did it once, and I refused to do it again. The game wants you to make someone's like, I really want to eat a bowl of poop, and I'm like, what? How about no? Thank you. I got some photos. I'll share them in Discord. I may not tweet them. But yes, at 3 p.m. Central, I will be on Dev's channel for Humankind anniversary stream. I'll tweet out about it once I've got that set up. And if you're a sub, use a creative emote. You're not a sub, use a hi howdy emote you have. And I'll definitely be on tomorrow as well, because now I have my whole day free until Black Dice. As long as B-Dave's up to it, I think we're gonna go ahead and do an episode. So if I don't see you later for Humankind, I'll see you tomorrow for more of the Stormbird. Have a good one, y'all.